Hey, this is Nicholas with the Backyard TARDIS, and here today to talk a little bit Sonic the Hedgehog. You may not know that in addition to my love of sci-fi, I also love the blue blur. I'm a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan, and some may know my second Twitter is a 16-bit Sonic 1 with the name title of Cybersonic 8472. So if you're a Sonic fan and you want more Sonic content, you'll find it there on my Twitter. But the announcement trailer day had a ton of things. Thought I'd just briefly talk about them, go through them from least to biggest announcements. To start out with, they had like all the crossovers. You had Sonic in the Olympics, and this is like the Sonic, the guy in a costume, like you'd see a Disney character that's been in the costume for the commercials. He's gonna be in the Human Olympics game as like a character. So it's a rendering of a guy that looks funky in a costume doing the Olympics. That was hilarious. Probably not gonna get it. They had the 2 Point Hospital, which is a hospital, kind of a comical hospital spin, and they're gonna, you can make your doctor look like Sonic. You can put Sonic swag in the break room, decorate the walls with Sonic merchandise, that kind of stuff. What better way to celebrate Sonic's 30th than a hospital sim? I don't know. It was funny. And then Judgment. So Judgment is part of a spinoff of the Yakuza series, which is a spinoff of the Shenmue series. They're just kind of open world Japanese games, kind of dealing with the crime base. Anyways, one feature of these games has always been that there is an arcade that you can go into and you can play these real arcade games. And usually these ports are so arcade perfect that they're even better than the like official ports to buy on consoles. So they're doing Sonic the Fighters and putting that, and that's going to show up for free. And it's interesting. Not these games are not my kind of style, but because this becomes like one of the better ways to play this, I almost might get this game just to play Sonic the Fighters, because they're going to do an excellent job on porting that. Next up, they had some merchandising. There was the Sonic Encyclopedia. This is being done by Ian Flynn. Of course, he's written for both Archie and IDW Comics. And he's doing this with Dark Horse. It looks awesome. It looks like it's going to be really in-depth, nice, big, thick, hardbound book. Looking forward to that. They had an egg robo thing, toy. That looked good, especially because it wasn't that expensive. Usually when they're showing off like models and stuff like that, they're some expensive figure that's like, oh, that looks really cool. Oh, it's $250. No, this was like $40. So it's a cool toy that you could actually let the kids play with. Then they said for those into the hip hop scene, they had some ice brand of bling for some like Sonic jewelry. It was kind of it was funny the way they worded it. I imagine it had to be intentional that they wanted that to be funny and come off weird. They also mentioned commemorative coins, shirts. I'm forgetting something. There was just a couple of things in there that looked interesting. Look neat, like it might be something collectors are going to want to get. But all of that stuff's coming out over the next 2021 and 2022. Then they announced a concert on the Sonic anniversary this year in June. Normally they've done this in the past, different video games. They have these traveling concerts. They have done concerts for Sonic before, but this one's going to be with an orchestra. So still going to have Jun Sone and Crush 40 performing their rock, but you're also going to have orchestra there performing music. And normally this would be an event you would go to and it would cost like $20, but it's going to be broadcast free because of the pandemic. And so in that way we all win. Instead of it just being a traveling thing that you have to go pay tickets for and travel to, now we can enjoy this live symphony streamed right online. So that'll be a cool, neat event that I'm looking forward to. Next up, we'll talk games. The first one is Sonic Origins, and this is a Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic & Knuckles, and Sonic CD put on a compilation, but they're not just ports, because everyone was, I think a lot of people were kind of looking at a negative, and they're like, they've done collections in the past that have had, 5 or 6 more games than that. Some that even had, 12 more games than that. So why is this special? Well, these are ports that are upgraded. They're made for widescreen, so it actually fills a new modern TV. They've added different moves from the later games into the first games. They've added characters that weren't playable in Sonic 1 are now in Sonic 1, that weren't in Sonic 2 are now in Sonic 2, and the same with Sonic CD. They've taken levels that never got completed, so they were in like the data on the disc, but they weren't accessible and playable. They've gone back and they've completed that. Some of this stuff, it's already available on your cell phone. The TaxHead ports, but unfortunately, they've never put it on consoles, which is a bummer, because these are some of the best, superior ways to play this, and you have to do that on your cell phone. So having these, and the other thing is they haven't done Sonic 3 and Knuckles yet, and that was because there was some legal rights with Michael Jackson estate, because he helped with the music on that, and so it's just kind of one of those things where that's got people put a little off. Other things that's coming out, Sonic Colors. This looks amazing. I love this game, but it's stuck on the Wii. And so to be able to play that on a new system is going to be great. They've added a new Wisp that's going to change the level design up a little bit. And they've added a new mode where Metal Sonic chases you. It's all HD, 60 frames per second. Looks great. Lastly, they teased a game that had no real information about it. It's Sonic running through a forest of realistic trees, and there's a logo, and it's Sonic Spark, Sonic Go, Sonic Up, Sonic. The words are unreadable. People don't know what it says. We don't know what the game title is. And with that, just how this unsatisfactorily ended, I'm going to end this video without a real ending.